guys, today we are going to learn about Pythagoras theorem, which is one of the main topic of mathematics. So let's start with this chapter. As you know that the start of this chapter has a formula. Everything in mathematics has formula. So the Pythagoras theorem have hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular. Now you know that hypotenuse is spelled as hypotenuse and base is spelled as base, and perpendicular same this one. It each has a square root at the end, that is the formula of this equation. So now let's start with the recognizing of this chapter. Here we have a triangle and this is the 90 degrees. Here is an angle A, B and C. As you know that the hypotenuse is the longest side of all the triangle, meaning that if we measure this from this and this, it will be the largest. So hypotenuse is the largest. Next, this one is perpendicular. And this is the base of the triangle. We should recognize it in different ways. Like for example, in the question or in the papers, we are given like this. Here is the 90 degrees. So how do we know that which is hypotenuse, which is base and which is perpendicular? Now look, the longest side of this triangle is this one. So this is hypotenuse. This one is perpendicular because the 90 angle is leading it here. If we see in 360 D, then we will here will be the 90 angle. So now as you looked at it, this is perpendicular and this is base. Now is the answer. We will now start with some questions. This is a triangle with an A, B and C. It is given that the hypotenuse H is 8 and the base is 6. So to find out this one, we will see. So with the formula, it is the H2 short form, base square plus perpendicular square. So now what 8 square we will written it is important. Base is 6 square and b square. So 8 multiplied by 8, the square root is like this, 8 multiplied by 8 and 64, we got the answer. Is equal to 6 multiplied by 6 is 36 plus perpendicular square. Now we will go the 36 here. So what happens when we do the digit in this? It turns minus. So 64 minus 36, we get the answer as 28. So here we get 28 plus is equal to p square, perpendicular square. Now we get like this, and to get this answer we have to take a cube root, like 4 multiplied by 4, that is 16, and 8 multiplied by 8, that is 64, like this. So this is the cube root. So now let's get on with the questions. Now we go to another page that is full of different types of questions. So let's start with it. In the first questions, we have got a triangle. In a triangle, we have got here A, B and C. Perpendicular, like this we will hear, we have got is 5 centimeters. And the BC, this one, we have got is 12 centimeters. Hypotenuse from here is unknown. Now we will solve this question as the usual formula. H2 is equal to perpendicular plus B square. So now hypotenuse is unknown. We will write it as H2 is equal to perpendicular is 5 centimeter, 5 square plus B is 12 square. Okay, so now with the usual 5 times 25 and 12 multiplied by 12, 144. Okay, then we add this up both 169, and now the question don't end it here. It's like this. We take the cube root, and with the solving of help of calculator, we get the 13 centimeter answer. This is very simple. We have to finish this off, so that's why we get the answer. Sometimes the questions are different. Like we once get this one. We will solve this one too. It is like this. If you taught it, we have got the 90 degree here and the 90 degree here. We solve it as P, Q and R. This PQ meaning the perpendicular is got 16 meter. Sorry, not this one. This one is, and this is the hypotenuse. So it is given. We will start as usual. It is the easiest method is this one, but if you write it as natural method, we will start as PQ square. That is hypotenuse, which is given, is equal to QR, which is given also, plus PR. These questions are given. Now we will solve it. PQ is 20 square is equal to QR, have got 16 square plus PQR. Now 20 multiplied by 20, we got 400 is equal to 162 plus PR. 400 minus 162 is equal to PR. Now for this, we have an error in a mistake, a question. We have an error. Do you know in this question where is the error? Yes, I have written 162 here and an error of 16 square. So now I am sorry that there is, but we will 16 2. It says sorry 256. 400 minus 256. What is the answer? 144. As usual, we will take the cube root is equal to PR, and we're taking the help of cube root. We got 12 meter answer. See, this is very simple questions, and I bet you will do one too. So now let's do another question. This one question is difficult, but I hope after this explanation you will solve it easily. It is the same triangle but with a middle line on it, with here 90 degree and here not. Remember one thing, in a triangle, if there is no 90 triangle, 90 angle, there is no this question can be solved. It's unsolved. And all the question is error. So we have here as usual got A, C, P, B and bus. Okay. So we got here is 21 centimeter to this P and we get 15 centimeter to this angle, and this one all is 25 centimeter. Now this is the tricky bit. Okay, so now as we started, angle C, which you can see is 90 degrees. So using the Pythagoras theorem as a formula, H2 is equal to P2 plus B2. We will solve for this one because it has the 90 angle and this one perpendicular, meaning perpendicular is unknown. So for the long